They say, who did this to me? She inquired, just to finish that box. So the Italian girl is, and a left is not a hard punch for those of you not into. Cute is a sick affair, but a left is just sort of a guarding punch, right? So she's fighting this person, the transgender, and the guy bumped into a left. That's why she got hit by a horse. And then she backed up, and it was weird. She said, like, and then he hit her with another left. And she said, that's enough, I can take that. He ended up winning the gold medal. And there was another one who also transgendered. And he or she ended up also winning the gold medal. He differently said it, I didn't. See, I'm a politician, I have to be politically correct. I'm a mom, I have to protect my kiddos. No, but think of it, Show. The two people, the transgender, the whole thing is crazy. What's happening to our country? Our country is being poisoned. Poisoned, and your schools and your children are suffering greatly because they're going into the classrooms, they're taking the seats, and they don't even speak English. It's crazy. 10 or 12 million votes more than anybody had ever got. We had the most votes of anybody, of any sitting president in history. And you beat us by a whisker. And it was a terrible thing. They used COVID to cheat. And it was a terrible thing. And then I watched. And I thought it was very, very sad because of, the election brought great division to the country. But she called them a racist. The bus, you remember the story of the bus, Fake story, probably. Well, she also said, I worked at McDonald's. Turned out she didn't work at McDonald's. Anybody see that? After an exhaustive study that took about 20 minutes, they found out she never worked there. So, it's a lot of fake stuff going on. But we don't need that for president, and our country can't stand it. We are really in trouble. We're a failing nation. Whether you like it or not, and I'm sure you don't like it, but we are a very sick nation. We're a failing nation. Combined. And I say, that's a lot of money. It's a lot. We'll tell them we're not paying them anymore. Sack them immediately. Yeah, sure. And they told them that. And the following morning, I come into the beautiful Oval Office, that Resolute desk, which is so beautiful. Now Biden goes around using that. He didn't even know the name of the Resolute desk. Now he turns right shit behind the Resolute desk. He doesn't even know what the hell it is. This guy, that's a beauty. Boy, I tell you, do they do a coup on him? It just did well, and then around the 13th, actually the 12th season, they put me into a poll with a real stiff. They Mitt Romney, total stiff. This guy's bad news. He's worse than a rhino. And he was running. And they just put me into a poll. And it was NBC, and I was watching Meet the Press, actually. And with Sleepy Eyes shut down. Did you ever hear of it? He's a sleepy guy, isn't he? Sleepy Eyes. Another beauty. So they put me into a poll. And in the poll, I go to number 1. I'm rated number 1. Romney's a distant second or third. And I was in various polls, and I kept saying, I'm always rated number 1. And I wanted to get out, but I couldn't get out of the contract because I had an apprentice. Plus, I had 2 buildings that I was finishing. I wanted to get them finished. Not good when you don't finish them. Rely on somebody else, wanted to. But I said, maybe if I have a chance, I'll do it the next time. And I did it the next time I ran. Then we had 17 people. It was a rather violent series of debates, if you remember, right? Rosie O'Donnell. Only Rosie O'Donnell. That was a tough one. Totally Rosie O'Donnell. You said this and that. I won't use the terms. You've called women this and that, and a lot of it was show business related. I said only Rosie O'Donnell, and the place went crazy. And I get a call, and I actually get a lot of bad publicity. They said, President Trump is spent time at Arlington National Cemetery taking pictures of things. It's just so disgusting. And I tell you, you'd be having nerves. I get a lot of publicity. I don't need that publicity. I don't need that publicity. It doesn't. I get a lot. I get too much. I'd like to have half the publicity. I want to hire a PR person to get me half the publicity, all right? But no, usually you hire PR people for it. I just thought it was such a terrible thing.